It's no secret that the 2023 Atlanta Falcons have weapons. Kyle Pitts, one of the best athletes in the whole league, height, weight, speed, freak, top 5 pick in the draft as a tight end. Drake London, top 10 pick. He's got elite size and separates at a very good level for that size. Bijan Robinson could quickly emerge as one of the top running backs in the NFL. Their defense is getting better, but it's no secret that quarterback still remains an issue. So I added Michael Vick to the 2023 Atlanta Falcons. And Michael Vick was just an amazing player to watch. He was never quite the best player in the league, although he did finish second in the MVP in 2004. His teams were never that successful, but they did win 11 games in 2004, and they even made the NFC Championship. He was never the most accurate passer, but he did throw for 20 touchdowns twice in his career, not even thinking about what he did on the ground. There's just, I don't know how to quantify it, right? He was just electric. He had that dog in him. Okay, let me rephrase that. He had the it factor, right? Probably drowning it off the field or drowning it off the field, depending on how you want to look at that. Michael Vick, though, was just an incredibly fun player to watch. One of my favorite players growing up. Obviously, had some off the field stuff come up. Like, definitely at fault. You know, you can look at it from a number of different ways. He was used by family and friends, and they put him in a really bad situation, but he ultimately was aware of what was going on, and, I mean, really derailed his career. He did serve time. I think he is worthy of forgiveness, and he came back in the NFL and was obviously a quite good player, even with the Eagles. I think was a top 5 finisher, maybe even second in offensive player of the year, one of those years with the Eagles. He was a really, really good player. And I think he would be exactly what this Falcons team needs, a quarterback that is capable of changing a team and add to their unbelievable wealth of talent at the skill positions. And he could be the true difference maker for this Falcons team here in Madden 24 franchise. Let's hop into training camp, do target passing, see if we can't earn Michael Vick a skill point. Obviously, the dev trait can't go any higher as he's already a superstar X Factor, but here he is. Michael Vick, to me, like, I gave him short dreadlocks. I think you could kind of, or like long braids. I think you could kind of like think of Michael Vick in a number of different ways. He had the buzz cut, goatee combo for a while. But to me, first thing I remember with Michael Vick is the long braids. And that's what he's got here. Or short dreadlocks is kind of the closest we can get in the game. And there's that lefty release. We got a bullseye first throw. And completed to the ground. It's the only thing that's weird about this drill is I feel like you can aim it perfectly sometimes and just not even come close to completing it. And it's because, you know, we're throwing the route so late sometimes in order to get these targets. But Michael Vick scrambling on the run is going to be, you know, the most fun that we're going to have in this video. And, of course, we're going to get into some games as well. And the Falcons did start off 1-0. So this is a team that has some talent, as we talked about, but maybe just a superstar quarterback away, which is easier said than done. That's the toughest thing to, you know, to find in the league, right? But, you know, Michael Vick could be that for the Falcons here in this video. So that's what we're hoping for. And Desmond Ridder could end up developing, by the way. I'm not going to say that there's no chance. You know, he's made some good throws at times. He's a young quarterback, very inexperienced. So, you know, if we want to compete right now, Michael Vick is going to help us do that. And I think we should be able to get gold here if we can hit, you know, 2 targets and complete a pass, which we're going to be able to. There's 1. There's 2. There's the completion. And there is the gold. So we should probably upgrade field general for Michael Vick. I don't think he looks too far from how he looked in real life, but it's also not like as close as I would want it to be. But the accuracy is probably going to be the biggest thing here. I did make him quite good. This was a guy who finished second in the MVP, you know, multiple top offensive player of the year performances. So he was a very, very good player. And in fact, 92 overall might even be a touch low, but getting the +2 throw accuracy mid, I think is going to be really nice there. The short throw accuracy is not terrible. The deep throw accuracy is pretty good. And I think we'll probably just... Should we try and get any skill points for Kyle Pitts or Drake London? See what Michael Vick can do here. Yeah, let's go for it. if we're going to have Michael Vick be successful, we got to have his #1 weapons be very good as well. So we'll see what he can throw like. And do they move some of these targets? The 200 and the 400 look really close together. I don't really remember them being this close, as Michael Vick gets it off a little bit too early there. Thought he'd have a bit of a windup, but he's a gunslinger. That ball's coming out quickly. Gonna have to throw the ball really accurately here. And again, it comes out just a little bit earlier than I thought. We might really have to hold on to that if we want some of these passes to be completed. And now I think we waited a little bit too long. Pass completed, touchdown to London, but not what we wanted. And we're losing A.J. Terrell. Put some air underneath it. This could be close. Just short of the 500. But this is it. This is it. That should be the 500. Yes. Will we be able to get gold here? I don't know. Might have to redo this one. Could be too close. We're going to put a pretty good run on it, though. London with a 500 again. It might come down to the final rep here. Cross face of A.J. Terrell. He's gaining ground. Vick's going to have to put it in the air. That's destined for the 500. London laying out, making the catch for gold. And Michael Vick is just going to be slinging it here to Kyle Pitts. I'm going to say this is going to be easy gold. But A.J. Terrell's intent on making a couple of plays, which is a little bit annoying. I think we're going to be able to do this fairly easily, though. Maybe even sneak inside, get back outside. It's a great throw. This should be gold here. We're getting pressed. We're going to have to do this inside to outside and the catch and the gold. So skill points for London and Pitts hopefully makes Steve Jobs' son, Michael Vick. But hopefully that makes Michael Vick's job a little bit easier with talented receivers. And the Falcons are pretty good in simulation usually. So I think this could be a really good season, especially in a very weak NFC South. Week 1, the Falcons did win in real life. So maybe they don't even need Michael Vick. Maybe they're going to go undefeated and go 17-0. I don't think that's going to happen. But we're going to jump in here with Michael Vick, see if we can't dominate this Panthers defense. And I know the Falcons are all about running the football, and we could do that with Michael Vick. Obviously, known for being the best rushing quarterback of all time, pre-Lamar Jackson. I think Jackson probably has that now, which sounds crazy to say because he's, 26 years old maybe? But Lamar has already also rushed for 1,000 yards in a season, even more than Michael Vick. He's won an MVP, something Michael Vick never did. He led the league in passing touchdowns, something Michael Vick never did. Lamar Jackson, as much as he gets hated on, because people just love to hate on good players, he is probably just the best mobile quarterback of all time. Or let me rephrase that rather. The best, running quarterback of all time. Because scramblers, okay, Steve Young. Vince Young, though, hook 'em. Texas beats Alabama, let's go. But Steve Young, amazing mobile quarterback. Fran Tarkenton, if you go back to the 70s, Vikings, and went to the Giants, of course, too. Randall Cunningham. These are all great quarterbacks. Steve Young, probably the best mobile QB ever, depending on how you define mobility. And then, Fran Tarkenton right up there, ahead of his time. But as pure runners go, Lamar Jackson has to be #1, in my opinion. But Michael Vick, right in that conversation, and we're going to work from under center. We still can throw the ball. Brian Burns drops back into coverage. We're going to take off with Michael Vick. You can't not contain the quarterback when Michael Vick is under center. It's a little lame, but we duck out of bounds there. I want to conserve some of that stamina, some of that energy. But Michael Vick injecting energy into the building here in Atlanta. First play from scrimmage is a 49-yard run. Look at the speed of Brian Burns, by the way. But that is an electric play. And maybe we can work off play action here and just hit Mac Hollins for a touchdown. Obviously, don't really like that it's Mac Hollins, but Michael Vick has an arm on him as well. Mac Hollins has a step, plenty of steps. We're going to hit him in stride, and that's Hollins inside the 5. This offense is electric. Everything you could have hoped for on just 2 plays. Now we're here from the 4. Could throw to anybody here or look for Bijan Robinson. We have receivers. We're just going to run it in. Michael Vick, as advertised. Touchdown, Falcons. Yeah, that was an electric drive. 3 plays and we score a touchdown. Chunk play after chunk play. I would say after chunk play, but we didn't even have a third one. Just an easy run into the end zone. Had receivers, could have tried to hit him on the run, for sure, but opted just to scramble in. It is Michael Vick after all. This is a guy who, I mean, has got to be up there for quarterback rushing touchdowns all time. Just simply on another level. And we're going to air it out deep. Drake London cannot catch it. I think it was a decent idea. He just didn't have quite enough of a step. Wide open, up the middle, it's Scotty Miller. We'll take that. They completely forget about Scotty. Kind of like the idea of Kyle Pitts on this corner. If we can get the blocking. Oh, he is so open, and we missed him, but he catches it anyway, and then he drops it. I thought that was going to be over his head, but Kyle Pitts leaped up, grabbed it, and then let it go. Just take the easy throw. There's Kyle Pitts. Redemption. Working inside the 5. We've yet to really run the ball. Brian Burns moving to off-ball linebacker. That's interesting, and we're under pressure already. Somebody work back across the formation here. We want to throw to Michael Vick's throwing side, and he finds Drake London. It's chaos in Atlanta. We are playing erratic football, and it's working out. What an absurd play. Where is this in Falcons franchise? I need Michael Vick. That's a throw I would never make if I was really intent and focused on winning the game. But Michael Vick, under pressure, across body, across the field, finds the big-bodied London in the end zone, and we are up 14-zip. Do we give Bijan a run? We gave him number 10, by the way, because obviously Bijan wears number 7 in real life. He was number 5 at Texas, but Drake London wears 5. It was just too many things to change, so I just gave Bijan 10. It looks weird for a running back, no question, but the video is not about Bijan. Look him, of course. I mean, I love it, but unfortunately, not every video can be about Bijan. That's more, Falcons franchise if you don't watch. Kyle Pitts wide open. First down. We're scrambling. We really didn't need to, but we're scrambling because it's chaos is more fun. We don't really have to. Like, receivers are open. I do really want to scramble with Michael Vick, though. That's like 90% of the appeal of using him, to be honest. And we're actually just going to clear out. If they're going to double cover Drake London, we're just going to work down the field and make them make a decision. Well, they actually didn't really do that. They baited the double coverage. That kind of threw everything off. Where's read option in here? Run read option. Now let's see how this goes. Well, Frankie Louvu kind of looked like he was going to contain Michael Vick, so he handed off to Bijan. Face mask is going to give us the automatic first down and 15 yards. But really, oh, it's a hold. That looked like a face mask, so I'm not really buying that. But I just need them to play the running back, and it's Brian Burns, too. He's so fast. I don't know that read option is going to be successful against Carolina. What we could do is just run read option anyway and give the ball to Michael Vick no matter what. And they actually played the running back. We give it to Michael Vick. He's too fast. Michael Vick is too fast. They thought they had the pursuit angle, but you really can't have one against Michael Vick. He is just unbelievably quick, explosive, and long speed, obviously incredible as well. And even on read option, obviously the move there was to hand it to Bijan. We're just going to try it with Michael Vick, and it did kind of work. I wish we had like a speed option or something, because QB draw, every time I've run this in Falcons franchise, the QB does a pirouette like it's ballet. Desmond Ridder will turn around. Maybe they fixed that because Michael Vick didn't do that, but then is not fast enough to outrun Derek Brown. So I don't know what to think. I think true scrambles are probably better than some of these design runs. We're going to get sacked. Okay. Was never even looking at a receiver. They could have been wide open. I was looking to scramble the whole time. Instead, Michael Vick's brain gets scrambled like eggs. Let's have at least one more huge play here before we duck out. Week 1's going very well. We're going to step up. There goes Michael Vick. Block for Mac Hollins. There is a flag. Michael Vick is really fast. So one thing you'll notice is we almost found daylight there. It's coming back, of course, via the Mac Hollins hold. Really? Okay, it didn't look like he was holding, to be honest, but they call it. And it's 1st and 2. It's a bizarre down and distance. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Michael Vick puts the football on the ground, and Carolina and Brian Burns recover. Not what I was talking about when I wanted one more big play before the end of this. And we could throw. I don't want to. I want to scramble. But they're like being very disciplined in their rush lanes, and they're containing while applying pressure and squeezing the pocket. What we want to do is step up, but it's very tough to be able to do that. We're doing the best we can, but not really working out tremendously. I think when I try to be too crazy with Michael Vick, that's when everything falls apart. We need to just play legitimately and take what the defense gives us, and then that sets up these big plays when we just play naturally. But when I try to, I'm only going to scramble here with Michael Vick, doesn't really seem to work so much when we do that. We're going to step up. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of Michael Vick. He's outrunning everybody. There's the juke broken tackle. Of course, we're never going to connect there on a long drive to end the half, or a long throw. Can't kick it. So we just take the fun play with Michael Vick as he goes over 100 already. Obviously, they would never do this, and I'm not even sure if you can in Madden, but it would be really cool if you could put your quarterback on kick and punt return. I know that sounds insane. I'm fully aware. And a team would never do that because you don't want your QB taking hits. But maybe if you're the Ravens, right, and it's the Super Bowl, and you're down by 4, right, so you need a touchdown. Final play of the game is a punt. And we'll say they can't kick it out of bounds, or maybe they have to kick off to you. It's some situation where they have to. Would you consider putting your quarterback in at returner because he's your best chance of doing something insane? Vick, you please outrun him nearly. Oh, no. Oh, Frankie Louvu too fast. I thought we were going to get him there for a second. But, yeah, would you consider putting your quarterback back there if he was such an amazing runner that it probably is your best chance to do something insane? I don't know. You probably wouldn't, but I don't know. I like the idea. I think it's cool to think about, just because I've never seen a quarterback return a kick in my entire life. Actually, that's not entirely true now that I think about it. Bengal King, who was a quarterback at Miami and Houston, like university. Oh, look at Drake London breaking a tackle off to the races. Collins in pursuit. London goes all the way. All right. Interrupt my story, Drake. I'm actually okay with it. But yeah, Bengal King played quarterback at Houston and Miami, but either started or ended as a return man. That's a fact. I'm sure of that. So he was a quarterback the entire time, right? But he returned kicks as a freshman because, you know, so electric. He's not going to play at quarterback, but you got to get him on the field somehow. And he has a kick return touchdown on just 10 returns. He averaged 25.4 yards per return. Pretty good. Pretty good. This has actually turned into a pretty close game. Not my favorite. We get that down the field. Mac Hollins, look at him go! Bell in pursuit. Won't matter. Touchdown, Mac Hollins, of all people. All right, that should be enough to end it. 31-19. Maybe one more for the dagger. I mean, they're bringing that safety up. Probably expect the blitz. That's exactly what happens, and it's an easy Kyle Pitts touchdown. That's how you read a defense, baby. So that safety creeping up into the slot. Expected pressure. Easy TD. That's pretty basic. They could have disguised it, but they didn't, and we took advantage of it. Stepping up. Yeah, Brian Burns is a problem. Can we play a team that doesn't have Brian Burns, please? The next time we jump in is probably going to be in the playoffs, if we make them, which I hope we do. And I want to play just a non-existent pass rush. And especially a defense without speed would be ideal. That's a sick throw from Vick. I mean, if we didn't have Mac Hollins as our second best receiver, this offense actually would be unstoppable. And he's played well. to his credit. 3 catches for 133 yards. But he hasn't been, that crazy good. His Vick fumbles again. He did fumble a lot in his career. He really did. But I wish he wouldn't. Big win. Vick puts up an incredible stat line. 341 yards passing. 4 touchdowns, no picks. Did fumble the ball several times. 3 fumbles, but also a rushing touchdown. 126 on the ground. This is a quintessential Michael Vick performance. Now, did he throw for 300 plus in a game with 4 touchdowns and getting 1 more on the ground with 100 plus yards rushing? That would be tough. I kind of doubt it. Let me find his best game from 2004 and I'll tell you. 2004 doesn't have anything particularly impressive. 2006 is what I'm looking for. That might have been a better individual season, even though the record wasn't quite as good. Michael Vick threw for 291 yards passing and 3 touchdowns versus the Bengals in week 8. He 3 touchdowns passing, 9 rushes for 55 yards. That's pretty good. It's tough to find that combination. Because, when he threw for 4 touchdowns, also threw 2 picks against the Steelers, 4 touchdowns and 1 pick against Dallas on 8 rushes for 56 yards. But he only had 2 rushing touchdowns that whole year. But did have 4 games, or no, just 3 with 100 plus yards rushing, including 166 on the ground against the Saints. So, quite the season for Michael Vick in 2006. And, his attributes are really, really good. We could just let's just do improviser. I know, get his accuracy up. We played with him. He's accurate. I don't think that's a problem. And +1 throw power and throw on the run. Michael Vick looks amazing. We are 6-1 at the midseason mark, by the way. The number 2 offense, number 1 defense. Shout out to Steelers Playbook. Michael Vick, I did put Baltimore on, by the way. 1,321 yards, 13 touchdowns, just 1 interception. Keep in mind, we had the 4 touchdowns and no picks in week 1. So in the following 6 games, he's thrown for about 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. Pretty good. On the ground, 84 attempts for 472 yards and 4 touchdowns. Has fumbled 3 times, but all of those when I was using him. So pretty good season, not only for Michael Vick, but the Falcons. 6-1 at the midseason mark. Has got to be one of the best teams in the league right now. And the Bills are 7-0. Not going to happen. Cowboys are 6-0. That could happen based on how they beat the Giants. Oh my God. I saw your tweets about it. Yeah, dude. Comments. I saw the game. I wish I hadn't. I wish I was doing anything else. Waterboarding could have been more fun for me. Just drowning with a towel over my face. That could have been better than watching the Giants lose 40-0 on Sunday Night Football in week 1 against the Cowboys. Didn't care for it. Anyway, 13-4. We do make the playoffs and are playing somehow in the wild card round of the playoffs. What team in the NFC won at least 13 games? That's an absurd season. And the Cowboys. Oh yeah, of course, because the Cowboys always do that. Great season for us, though. Very happy with how that went. Michael Vick probably going to be in line for at least Offensive Player of the Year votes. 3,222 yards passing, 26 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. Not record-breaking numbers by any means. Although that would be his best passing season in real life. Overall, he threw for just over 3,300 yards with the Eagles one year, but did not throw for even 20 touchdowns. And then on the ground, he doesn't quite clear 1,000 yards rushing. Finishes with 961 and 9 touchdowns. Still an awesome season, especially when you factor in that Bijan Robinson's touching the ball 246 times out of the backfield. But a great season for Michael Vick. Kyle Pitts even did well. Mac Hollins outperformed Drake London. Actually, that's not true. I would take Drake London's season. 1 fewer catch, about the same yards per reception, and then a few more touchdowns. You'd take that. And Michael Vick did win NFC Offensive Player of the Year NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 1. I wonder if he did it again. It's a lot of Jalen Hurts. There's Michael Vick in Week 10. Throws for 3 touchdowns. Gets 2 rushing touchdowns. That's a great game. over 250 total yards. A lot of Dak Prescott on here. A lot of Derek Carr. And Michael Vick's going to be playing up to a 98 overall for these playoffs. And if we win a game or two, he will be a guaranteed up to a 99 overall. Accuracy is incredible. Obviously, the arm and the running ability, still great. I could have even given him more trucking to be fun or stiff arm. I think these are fairly fair and honestly even conservative attributes. I mean, 98 juke move is pretty ridiculous, but I mean, it's Michael Vick. He's one of the best running quarterbacks ever. 3rd and 11. That's going to be a tough throw, but Vick nails it. Scotty Miller ended up with a little bit more separation than I initially expected. We'll take that. Thought it was going to be more challenging. Here's 1st and 10 after the 27-yard gain. We're waiting on it. We're waiting. Finding Scotty Miller again. Laser from Vick over the middle. Up the middle. Make somebody miss. There goes Michael Vick. Diving to the end zone. Touchdown. Couldn't get the dive off, but we were tackled from behind. That's a 10-yard scramble for a TD here in Super Wildcard Weekend. Nice little juke from Michael Vick to find some open space as well. Nice start for us here. 7-zip. Going deep. Mac Hollins wins down the sideline. Akello Witherspoon beat on the play. Didn't know he's wearing number 44, by the way. Not a good corner number. I don't like that. Mac Hollins already 4 catches. That's my number 1 favorite target, apparently. Another laser to guess who? Mac Hollins. That's a good route. Kyle Pitts, end zone, touchdown. He holds on. Akello Witherspoon burned again. Burnt toast. Put on a real number. Well, you just can't play boundary corner and wear 44. I refuse to believe it. We're up 14-0, and we get the football from our own 2. 3 minutes here to score a touchdown before the end of the first half. For step up, scramble with Michael Vick. He's got the speed. Michael Vick down the sideline, staying in bounds. It's a huge gain, and we are just 1 10-yard scramble away from getting Michael Vick in the zone with the football and a chance to just completely end this game. We're step up with Vick. Ah, no. I thought we could juke around the block. Would have had 10 plus if we just, decided to only go for 11 or 12 yards rushing, but I wanted like 40. Read option. Why are you not playing Michael Vick there? There's a block, and there goes Michael Vick. Pancake from Lindstrom. Fuller not fast enough. Michael Vick. Touchdown. Sorry. That's the game. Michael Vick, dude. What a run. Might have to play design runs a little bit more often. Because when we're running with those, stuff like this can happen. Vick with the speed, Lindstrom with a fantastic block. It's actually Caleb McGarry, excuse me. Misread the number. It's Caleb McGarry, the right tackle. Get out in front on that. Excuse me. And that should put Michael Vick in the zone, does it not? That's not technically a scramble because it's a design run. Is that what they're saying? That's frustrating. All right, well, not in the zone yet. Oh. All right, that's going to be Vick. Yeah, that was a little case of the stupid from me. Oopsie. Kyle Pitts in the zone, by the way. I wish it were bigger. It's so tough to even see that that's the case. But it basically means we can throw to him no matter what, and he's going to catch the football. And that shouldn't have even been a contested catch. But Akello Witherspoon, I might have spoke too soon. What a recovery to make a play on Kyle Pitts. Didn't end up working out for him. But he at least stopped a touchdown. We're going to get sacked here, almost for sure. Vick is crazy fast, though. We turn around. We're getting crazy. He's out of stamina. Aaron Donald catches him. No, we were so close. I didn't want to throw it away. I got greedy. And it clearly did not work out. Puts Aaron Donald in the zone. Although we can take him out quickly if we just get yards. Give us a block, Bijan. Oh, who are you? Dude, Dante Fowler Jr., former Falcon. Try less hard. You're down 28. Just let me get in the zone with Michael Vick, please. Is that too much to ask? And we're sacked again. And that is the ball game. We're going to move on to the divisional, but will I ever get Michael Vick's X Factor Escape Artist active? Highly unlikely. Just not going to happen, it seems. We rushed for 152 yards. Dominant game, but not what I wanted. I want Escape Artist active. It's not even about winning the Super Bowl anymore. It's about getting Escape Artist to work. We'll try to do everything away from Nick Bosa. And already we are immediately pressured by Clelin Ferrell. Former top 5 pick. Raiders drafted him in the Mike Mayock, John Gruden era. And he's going to be annoying today, clearly. And I can't get the throw off. Oh my God. Relax. Fred Warner's probably going to end up spying Michael Vick quite a bit today. But he didn't play deep enough on that. We throw right over him. Oh, that's a great ball from Michael Vick. Great separation from Drake London, by the way. Diamador Lenore beat. It's a pack battle on the outside. Oregon versus USC. And that'll be a really good game this year. I think that's actually coming up pretty soon here. Quick throw to Bijan, and that is just shy of the goal line, down to the 1. 3rd and goal. I don't like what's happening right now. And Nick Bosa is just too fast. Just too fast. Kyle Pitts wide open on the wheel. I don't think we can make this a touchdown, but pretty good play. You know, I always wonder in those spots, should I try and dead leg or, you know, back juke and try to get those defenders flying past and maybe it works, or just like stay straight, try to outrun them and maybe get an extra couple of yards? You're not going to outrun them in that spot, right? But, you know, it may be worth a shot. That's a pick. Why is it thrown to the defender? That's clearly not what I want to do. Obviously. I feel like with the bullet, like, I'm just expecting him to get position on the defender who's, like, clearly going to be behind. I don't know. Is that just me? I feel like I'm expecting my receiver to play underneath the defender and not run behind him. Is that a stupid assumption to expect the receiver to do what he should be doing? I guess in Madden it is. We're going to need a bit of a comeback here. That interception really hurts because we not only end up with 0 points on that drive for a long drive, 49ers end up scoring, making it 14-3 now. And we have just 50 seconds to get back in this one, and we're going to get sacked. Nobody got open. Bijan wide open. That's a touchdown. It's going to take a miracle, probably, which is our defense just doing anything. But it's not impossible. It's just highly unlikely. We didn't allow a touchdown, which is nice. Field goal isn't great, though. I just don't... We don't have anything. The problem is it just takes time to move the football, really. You know, especially when a team has the lead this late in the game. They're not just going to, you know, let you move the ball quickly. They're going to play over the top. It's going to be a lot of quarters coverage, probably. And it's going to not let us bomb them deep down the field anywhere. You got, you know, corners dropping back, and you have safeties obviously playing fairly deep. It's a great play. Dropped. Going to be a touchdown. We are, I mean, we're as close as we can be. But they recovered the onside kick, and we are going to lose the game. So, you know what? I'll do one more season. Okay, 2024. I have, you know, free agency and the draft and everything on auto. They did a poor job. I'll say that. We have no receivers. How did the CPU not go out and get a receiver? Our third receiver is John Fitzpatrick, who is a blocking tight end. Oh, no, we do have KJ Hamler, Laviska Shenault. Why does it not load in? I might not have had auto reorder depth chart on, and it just didn't do it at all. Okay. Well, all right, that's fair, I guess. Would have thought that new players would have just been added in. Maybe that's on me, but okay. We have Cleveland Ferrell now, and DJ Reader, Adrian Amos. This is a squad. Now we're ready. This is a Super Bowl team. 11-6, made the wild card round of the playoffs. How'd Michael Vick do? Very good season again, very similar numbers to last year, but did go over 1,000 yards rushing this year with 16 rushing touchdowns. That's an MVP caliber season. And don't worry about these other former numbers. Who was this? Tennessee quarterback to Atlanta. I don't know. I can't remember who I used here. But as you can see, a couple of Pro Bowls now. Didn't win Offensive Player of the Year or anything last year. 7th round pick in 2018. Backup QB for the Titans. Went to the Falcons. I just can't remember. Logan Woodside. Yep. Wouldn't have been able to pull that. I say not an awful start to this game, but we're now down 17-7, 14-7 now. Got to fight back in the second half, and we have. We've taken the lead 21-17, and we need to hold on. 28-17. The Packers with another score. We have 1:28 to play. It's 3rd and 2. The Packers absolutely need us to not convert here. We have Bijan Robinson, and yet we're passing, and we're passing successfully. Kyle Pitts, first down, final timeout used by the Packers, and that's the ball game. And that is the ball game. We're going to move on to the divisional 28-25. Close win here over the Packers. Michael Vick, 5 rushes for 16 yards. Oh, man. You're not doing that well in simulation. I don't know why I said man real weird there. You should forget about it, please. Up here, I was going to say early on Dallas, but not really a whole lot of points scored up to this point. Now into the third quarter, we're up 20-7, 23-7. Cowboys trying to get back in it. Our defense will not budge. Offense did enough. 26-7 is the final score. We're going to the NFC Championship, which is the furthest Michael Vick actually made it in his career. Never played in the Super Bowl, of course, but did make it to an NFC Championship with the Falcons. Giants-Falcons NFC Championship here in 2024. I hate to do it to my favorite team, but I don't really, because this is a Michael Vick video. Let's get the win. Okay, let's get this win. We are up 7-0 to start. Giants tie things up at 7. We take the lead 10-7. And hopefully looking to extend that, and we do. 17-7 going into the half. Now in the third quarter, Giants trying to fight back in it. They get a field goal, but we still are holding on to that lead. Extend it to 2 touchdowns. And do I hear a third? No, but it doesn't matter. 24-10 final. We are going to the Super Bowl. Bills, Falcons. Man, the Bills, they did not look good on Monday night. You lost to a team without Aaron Rodgers at quarterback the entire game, pretty much. Now, their defense obviously played well enough, but their offense just could never get it going. And the Jets' defense, I think, is spectacular. And I think we all probably think that. It's a great defense. Josh Allen just did not play that well. Obviously, they completely was off his game last night as I record this. But we are looking for him to be off his game tonight as well. 17-7 here in the third quarter. Bills are making it a really close game. Let's jump in here on offense and guarantee a score, hopefully, with a couple of nice plays, and win a Super Bowl for the Atlanta Falcons. Hits with the block and release. It's not an aggressive call on 3rd and 9 there. Not aggressive. We are going to go for it. Do we run read option? 4th and 3. Bringing the safety up. I mean, we're running out of the pistol. I don't know if I like that. We're going to get some routes on the field. 4th and 3. I see Pitts. I don't know. It's chaos. Absolute chaos. London with a broken tackle. He's gone. Touchdown, Drake London. How did that work? How did any of that work? Don't worry about it. Pure determination. People always ask, are you on sim or arcade or what? It says it on the scoreboard. Look under the EA Sports logo. It says sim. Gotta look. Bills with a touchdown. You're back on offense. Running the triple option is an easy way for me to lose the game, because I'm going to be really stupid with the football, I imagine. But, yeah, I mean, that could have been really bad. Dot. Laviska Shenault wide open. Stay in bounds, Laviska. That's a 2-minute warning. Doesn't even matter. All right, that's perfect. I mean, we should really just run the ball and ice it. First down would end the game. But, yeah, we'll take a sack. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 2nd and 21. I wanted to throw up the seam there so badly, but Michael Vick scrambling's more fun. He jukes back, and again, and a first down. And that could be the Super Bowl on an incredible Michael Vick scramble. We're going to do it again. He's just not fast enough. Don't fumble. Fumbling would be devastating. But we are rolling the dice. 1 second left on the clock. As long as we don't allow a touchdown on this play, we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'd love to do a great scramble, but that's not going to happen. Oh, nice sack, dude. The game's over. You lost the Super Bowl. Congrats. The Falcons have done it. Michael Vick has led this team to a Super Bowl in 2024. Couldn't do it in 2023, unfortunately. I felt like we were wronged in the game, but it is what it is. Can't always win it. Bijan looks so weird wearing number 10, but any player in the league pretty much at this point can wear whatever number they want. We have receivers wearing numbers in the 20s, defensive linemen wearing numbers in the teens. I'll say technically defensive linemen, edge players, and it's out of control. It's out of control. How long before we get another Devin Gardner situation with a QB wearing 98? I don't think that's actually allowed in the NFL, but I mean, pretty much everything else seems to be nowadays. Let's let offensive linemen wear single-digit numbers. Numbers in the 80s. They're basically just tight ends. I don't know. This is a weird rant. But that is the Super Bowl, and a weird note to end the video on. But that's going to be the end. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already for more chaos. Take it easy.